Shaya tried to start up a conversation to know more about her reasons, but she pleaded that they forget about it and act like nothing ever happened that day. While Sholape faced the business of the day squarely, acting like nothing ever happened, Shaya was troubled and wondered what the problem might be. He knew his instinct and feelings couldn't be wrong. He had never had such strong and true feelings for any woman. This is my woman. This is my woman. I knew it from the first day. Then I would do everything within my capacity to have her. I love her and I won't let her go, he muttered convincingly. 2 months went by and Shaya refused to give up on Sholape. He continued hoping that one day she would give him a chance. Sholape took good care of her mother all through her pregnancy period, ensuring she wasn't stressed and attending to her needs. Gracefully, Bisola gave birth to a beautiful twin boys. Their joy was excessive at the arrival of the twins. Sholape was glad to have them, while Taye was determined to show them fatherly love, being a perfect role model to them. He met some of his friends, asking them questions about good parenting and how to be a good role model to a child. Though they shared their thoughts based on their experiences, Tayo wasn't satisfied. He felt there should be more things to know. His hunger for good father traits grew stronger. One midnight, Sholape woke up to get a glass of water and was surprised to see her father in the sitting room, extremely focused with his eyes glued to the screen. She walked by and went to the kitchen, but upon returning to her room, she decided to peep at her father's laptop to see what he was busy with at midnight, as she had never seen him so engrossed at such an hour. To her surprise, she found her father making research on how to become a good father. He had opened several tabs on his laptop, conducting endless research. Sholape, shocked by what she saw, couldn't contain her laughter, and she burst into a fit of giggles. "Daddy, are you being serious now? Oh my goodness. You are here at this late hour researching how to be a good father?" Sholape chuckled. Tayo waved his hand, beckoning for her to stop laughing so as not to wake his wife and newborn babies. Unfortunately, Bisola was woken by their noise and walked into the sitting room to see what was going on. "What are you two doing here at this late hour, disturbing my little sleep?" Bisola asked, half amused. "I found him doing some research or more. Take a look," Sholape said, still giggling. Bisola leaned forward to have a look at the laptop screen and couldn't believe her eyes. She couldn't help but join Sholape in her laughter. Taye chuckled. "I knew you guys would laugh at me. That's why I decided to do my research quietly at midnight, not knowing you would still find out. See then, like mother, like daughter." Anyways, have been heartbroken by the fact that Sholape's present and future is determined by my past failure. I deeply wish you a quick healing process, but I do not want such a fate for my twins. That's why I'm doing my best to learn how to be a good father. I so much admire the relationship between you two, and I want the same with my boys," Taye explained. "Oh, I see. You're doing well, bye-bye, Beji," Bisola said, patting him on the back. Sholape and Bisola encouraged him before going back to sleep. That night, Sholape couldn't sleep any longer. Her father's sacrifice she had witnessed that midnight sparked a different feeling within her. She felt if her father could sacrifice his time and be devoted to improving himself, then why couldn't she do the same? All through the night, Sholape battled with the thoughts of giving love a chance. On the 7th day after Bisola gave birth, they threw a very big naming party for the twins, inviting all and sundry. Sholape decided to invite Seye and some other colleagues. After the party, Seye again tried his luck, convincing Sholape about how much he loved her. Sholape, feeling compassionate at his pitiful look, decided to call him aside for private discussions. Barrister Seye, I understand how much you love me, but I clearly need you to understand that I am not ready for love or marriage for now. Can you just move on with your life, please? You will find someone better to love. Find your love elsewhere, please. But why? Can't you tell me why you are not interested in love at age 30? Seye added. Sholape heaved a deep sigh and began to tell him her story and why she's not interested in marriage, claiming all men are the same. Seye, who had listened attentively to her story, knew she was yet to heal from her past. The fact that your mother experienced a rough love life or marriage doesn't mean you will go through the same fate. I want you to believe that all that happened to you were for a reason, but holding on to them will deprive you of the better things ahead. Life is beautiful, and love makes life more beautiful only if you give love a chance with the right person. Let's do this together, please, great woman. He said. He was determined to help her through the healing process and win her heart. So he began to show more tender love. He bought her several books on healing and love, shared a lot of stories of those who overcame their fear by giving life another chance. The next day, while at work, just like her father, Sholape began to make research on how to love, how to overcome past experiences. That day, she watched several videos, read articles, and even got some books to help her. Gradually, Sholape began to soften her mind and open up to love. She began to see genuine love in Seye, while her fear began to wade away like an erosion, eroding the soil. Though it took her some time, Seye refused to give up on her. After a year of chasing after her, Sholape decided to give love a chance. She invited Seye to her office and let out the good news. Smiling sheepishly, she said, "Well," rolling her eyes, I appreciate your love and patience towards me all the while. I just want to say I've given your proposal a thought and I want to give love a chance in my life, but with you and you alone." Seye couldn't contain his joy. A drop of tear rolled down his cheek. He hurriedly wanted to clean it so it wouldn't look too desperate or soft. But then, he recalled it's a tear of joy and victory after a whole year. With a heart full of love and joy, he hugged her and whispered in her ear, "Sholape, you're my joy. You're my peace. You're all I've ever longed for. My life was incomplete without you, but right now, I feel completeness within me. I feel peace and fulfillment. Hear me, sweetheart. I promise to treat you right every day along the way. You have nothing to fear or worry about." He wholeheartedly assured her. And so, Seye and Sholape began to build their love. Being a loving and romantic man, Seye continuously expressed love to her. He bought her beautiful gifts and ensured she never lacked anything, both physically and emotionally. Taye, on the other hand, took good care of his twins and family. With the help of his research and his willingness for the best father and child relationship, he was able to maintain a good father relationship with his twins as they grew up. Few months later, Seye proposed to Sholape and of course, she said a big yes. Seye couldn't contain his joy. He was the happiest person on earth that day. "Finally, I got what I had wanted, worked and prayed hard for. I'm a winner!" Seye exclaimed, overwhelmed with happiness. He couldn't wait to break the news to his friends, who had teased him over the years about his marital status. The next day, while up with his friends at their usual meeting point. He broke the news to them. "Yes, I made it. Somebody guess what?" Seye announced excitedly. His friends looked at each other, wondering about the source of his joy. They had never seen him so excited about anything before, not even when he won several cases. "Guy, you don't win contract or what?" one asked. "Nope, this is more than a contract. You guys should take another guess. You can do better," Seye teased. "Oh, you won a lottery or jackpot?" another guessed. "Ah ha ha, you guys are too dumb for my expressions. I'm getting married," Seye screamed. "What?" his friends chorused. "How now, old man, ancient of old? How did you do it? Or you finally seen the woman of your heart you've been searching for all year?" Yes, Seye replied excitedly. "Wow, good for you. I'm happy for you. At least you are now 40. By 41, 42, you should have your first child," one said jokingly. "Now, Nasabi, the important thing is that I have found love, and mind you, not just love, but my heart's desire," Seye said, beaming with joy. Shola then introduced Seye to her family. Bisola was deeply joyful that she finally gave in to love, while Taye was glad she had healed from the past. They welcomed and accepted Seye into their family. Bisola, being a smart woman, took some time to observe Seye. She asked him several questions, and during their conversations, she was able to deduce that Seye would be a very loving and responsible husband. Sensing all that, she felt at peace that her daughter was ending up in safe arms. The following weekend, Seye also took Sholape to his family. His family, upon seeing Sholape, were so excited to have her. They had heard a lot about her because Seye wouldn't stop singing her praises to their hearing. He had lost his father a few years ago, so he was left with his mother and Jumoke, his only sister. Jumoke liked Sholape so much that she kept flocking around her all through her stay in their house. Sheye's mother was also pleased with her and gave them her blessings. A month later, Sholape and Seye had their introduction ceremony. According to tradition, the essence of the introduction ceremony is to get both families to meet and get acquainted with each other. Afterwards, they picked a date for the wedding and then had some refreshments before they departed for their house. Their wedding was later to be held 3 months later. Bisola and her daughter began to make wedding preparations. They went shopping for the best wedding gown, souvenirs, food, and other wedding meats. Unfortunately, one night, Sholape woke up suddenly from a dream, sweating profusely. She became restless, torn between cancelling the wedding or going through it. Overwhelmed with fear, she tried everything within her power to recall the subject of the dream, but to no avail. The dream had inflicted her with fear, and she began to wonder if she should call off the wedding. Sholape was restless all through the week, unable to sleep well. Her thoughts were overshadowed by unknown fear and doubts. She began to feel she wouldn't have a blissful marriage. Finally, by the weekend, she picked up her phone and sent a message to Seye. Seye had just woken up early that morning when he took up his phone and was greeted with a heart-wrenching message. As he stared at his screen, fidgeting, he read, "Dear Seye, I'm deeply sorry to say this to you. I know you don't deserve to be treated this way. You've been a very good and loving man, but I'm afraid I'm not the best woman for you. I would suggest we put this wedding on hold or call it off, as I'm yet to see myself in the picture you've gotten in your head." Seye was heartbroken at the message. Our wedding is just in 2 months and Sholape wants to call it off? Oh no, what could be the issue? What's happening to me? This can't be happening. Or am I dreaming? Seye wandered around his house, feeling heartbroken. He called Solape, but she refused to pick his calls. This got him more worried. All efforts to reach her were abortive. He knew Solape had no close friends he could call to inquire about her decision except her stepmother, who was her confidant. That morning, he hurriedly dressed up and went to their house, showing the message to Bisola. What? She never told me about this. What could be the problem? I don't know yet, ma. I've not been able to reach her. She's not picking my calls. That's why I'm here. I know you are confident too. Please, help me talk to her. I love her with all my heart, Seye declared, his voice filled with love, mixed with worries. I will definitely talk to her. Bele, my dear. Bisola gave him assurance that all would be fine, and he left for his house. That evening, Bisola called Solape to inquire about her decision to call off the wedding. After much questioning, Solape revealed that she was overwhelmed with fear and unsure if she was truly interested in marriage. Though Seye is a great and loving man, but I have this fear within me. I just can't explain how I feel. Sometimes I have this fear that I will end up hurting him. And seriously, I don't want to be an ugly or heartbreaking story for any man. I wouldn't like to become what I don't want for him. It's just a fear, Mom. Bisola heaved a deep sigh. Well, baby girl, I understand what you're saying. Perhaps you're yet to heal up completely from your past. That's why you're overwhelmed with these feelings of fear. But what if I tell you those feelings aren't real? They are false feelings, but posing to appear real. And the more you pay them much attention, the more they occupy your mind and make you fear. She moved closer to her and said, Solape, but what if you answer your negative feelings with positive feelings? I mean, when you're overwhelmed with the fear of not being able to be a good wife or treat your husband right, why not conquer it with positive thoughts that you can become the best wife on earth? Baby girl, we can do it, she said, comforting her with positive words to suit her mind. Seye didn't stop calling her. He bombarded her with lovely messages, giving her reasons why their union would be great and blissful. Even the hardest of hearts wouldn't be able to resist Sheye's soothing romantic messages. He sent her various voice messages, reassuring her of his love for her, promising her a secured marriage. Solape couldn't resist all his messages. She gave her mother's advice a deeper thought and began to fight off her fears. 3 weeks to their wedding, she apologized to Seye and gave her final words. I'm sorry for all I put you through, baby. I was muddled up in the shadows of fear. But now my faith in us stands firm. Let's do this together and forever. I love you, baby. Seye couldn't contain his joy when he read the message. Finally, she didn't put me into shame. Thank God, he said, jumping up and down in his house like a baby who just won his mother's heart. They reunited and resumed their wedding preparations, doing everything to make their big day a memorable one. The wedding day arrived, and they had a glorious wedding, which was the talk of the town. Friends, families, and colleagues partook of their joy, leaving them with blissful wishes and gifts. Towards the end of the wedding party, when couples were appreciating their well-wishers for gracing the occasion, Seye went to his friends, appreciating their support. Thank you so much, guys, for being a part of our joy. I really appreciate you, Seye remarked. Sheye's friends, being naughty, began trolling him about being married to his colleagues. This one when you marry your colleague, when I go settle case for house. One of them said jokingly, Them go argue tire. Lawyers too they argue. Another added. They all laughed and wished him a beautiful union. Seye and his wife had a beautiful and memorable honeymoon. Seye did everything within his capacity to make his wife happy and always have a remarkable memory of their wedding and honeymoon. Being a very loving and romantic man, Seye continued to spice up his marriage He would surprise his wife with beautiful gifts almost every day, buy her flowers, surprise her with breakfast in bed, and lots of romantic things. Seye was the best man every woman wished for. He was gentle with his wife and quick to apologize even when it wasn't at fault. He was the peacemaker and would do anything to avoid quarrels in his home. Seye kept up the good husband energy, but Sholape seemed to be playing smart to avoid being heartbroken. She didn't pour all her heart into her marriage as Seye did. Sholape found it very difficult to apologize whenever they had a misunderstanding. She would either snub her husband until he apologized to her. Sholape could argue and give a million reasons as to why she's not guilty, even when she's wrong. She was the perfect example of Mrs. Right, always right and never wrong. The caring and understanding Seye would overlook her excesses just to have a peaceful home. He had decided long ago, even before he got married, that he would never have a broken home. To achieve that, he embraced forgiveness even before the offense occurred. He would forgive her for all her wrongs even before she committed them. One day, after they settled their misunderstanding, Sholape decided to ask her husband why he hardly took offense at her. I have a cup of forgiveness by my bedside. I drink from it every morning and night. This helps me forgive you easily, even before you're wrong, and I ensure I refill the cup often, Seye explained. Sholape searched everywhere by their bed but found no cup. But there's no cup here now, she replied. Well, there's a beautiful cup of forgiveness by my bedside, but only I can see it. He said jokingly, Sweetheart, I'm just trying to tell you that I've made a conscious decision long ago to imbibe the acts of forgiveness to make my marriage work. Sholape was taken aback by his words. She began to wonder what sort of man he was. Is indeed different from every other, she muttered. Sholape unconsciously took her husband's love and simplicity for granted. She never apologized for her wrongs. One day, a misunderstanding broke out between them, and it was evident that Sholape was at fault, but she claimed to be right. Unlike before, Seye would have apologized for peace to reign, but this time, he didn't. Days passed and neither of them apologized. Sholape began feeling the strain in her marriage. Seye, while wanting peace, was determined not to apologize first. She needs to understand that she can't always be right. She needs to learn to apologize and submit. Seye would tell himself whenever he felt like apologizing but held back, hoping for a change in Sholape's behavior. Seye, who had planned never to go to bed angry with his wife, found himself breaking his rule. He began to guilt-trip himself, saying, I forgive her. In fact, I've forgiven her long ago, but I just don't want to be the first to initiate talk or apologize this time. As a week went by and they still avoided each other, Seye realized his wife was really stubborn, but he wasn't ready to give up. One day, Sholape went visiting her parents. During the conversation with her stepmother, Bisola noticed that Sholape's usual joyful countenance was missing. Sensing something was wrong, Bisola asked her daughter what the matter was. Sholape, who never wanted to involve third parties in her marriage, initially tried to hide the issue. However, she realized that her stepmother was her best friend and she couldn't hide anything from her, so she decided to tell her the truth. She narrated what happened, expecting her mother to justify her actions. However, Bisola condemned her actions, pointing out that Sholape was wrong. My dear, that was very wrong of you. Oh, is this how you've been treating your husband all the while? Oh goodness, Seye must have been a very loving and peaceful husband. How could you? Bisola exclaimed. You can't always be right. Shola tried to defend herself, saying she wasn't in the mood that day and that her husband should respect her mood also. Bisola, however, reminded her of the cultural expectation in their society. She emphasized that in their culture, the husband is the head of the family and demands respect. She pointed out that while Sholape's father never helped in the kitchen, Seye went above and beyond, doing things many other men wouldn't do, just to make her happy. When your husband demands that you cook for him, as long as you are not sick, it's your duty to provide him with food, Bisola explained. Even if your mood is swinging, there are ways to communicate respectfully to him, and he would understand, instead of shouting at him that you are not his slave. Bisola was concerned about how Sholape was handling her home and knew that if she continued that way, she might unknowingly break her home. She moved closer to her, held her hand, and with love, she taught Sholape how to be a submissive and responsible wife, with behaviors that would make her husband happy and willing to continue loving and sacrificing for her. However, Sholape remained obstinate, still feeling that she was never wrong. And that was why I said I wasn't interested in marriage from onset too. Sholape mumbled. But you are already in it, so you have to make it work. Bring down your ego and be submissive. That's all your husband needs from you, Bisola instructed her. Seye made marriage easy and interesting for his wife. He did everything within his power to care for her. Sholape only cooked whenever she was in the mood to cook. Though Seye was a good chef who loved cooking, he often served her breakfast in bed and made her dinner even before she returned from work. What led to their misunderstanding that day was that Seye returned home one weekend from a colleague's father's burial ceremony in another state. He humbly requested that his wife give him food to eat because he was hungry and tired. He hadn't had anything to eat since morning, as he doesn't like eating in parties. But Sholape snapped at him and replied that she's not a cook or a slave but a wife. If he needs food, he knows the way to the kitchen. Seye was extremely displeased at her response, but being a peaceful man, he went into the kitchen in his tired state and made rice to eat. Even after cooking, he still served his wife her portion. But Sholape always blamed her misbehavior on her mood swings. Before any little thing, she would place the blame on her mood. While returning home that evening, Sholape began to meditate on her mother's advice on submission. She came to a sober reflection of the fact that she hadn't been really submissive as a wife. When she arrived home, she took more time to mull over the incident that led to their last misunderstanding. After giving in to so much thought, for the first time she agreed to be wrong. At night, she approached her husband and apologized for all her wrongs. Baby, I'm so sorry for all my behavior. I appreciate all your love and sacrifices towards giving me a beautiful marriage experience, and I promise never to take your efforts for granted anymore. Please, find a place in your peaceful and loving heart to forgive me, she said, remorseful. Seye listened attentively. I appreciate your apology, Sholape. It means a lot to me. I understand we all have our moments, but I believe we can walk through this together, he replied, reaching out to hold her hand. Seye smiled at her and added, My love, I have forgiven you from that day. All I just wanted was for you to identify your wrongs and turn a new leaf. Sholape nodded, feeling a weight lift off her shoulders. I want to change, Seye. I want to be the wife you deserve. I want to be more supportive, more loving, and more respectful, she said, looking into his eyes. Seye smiled, squeezing her hand gently. I believe in you, Sholape. We are in this together, and I know we can make our marriage stronger, he said, pulling her into a hug. Sholape felt a sense of relief and determination. She knew it wouldn't be easy, but she was committed to making their marriage work. With Seye's support and understanding, she was confident that they could overcome any challenges they faced. As they hugged, Sholape whispered, "Thank you for your patience and love, Seye. I promise to be a better wife to you." Seye hugged her tighter, feeling grateful for her words. "I love you, Sholape. Together we can make our marriage a happy and fulfilling one," he said, kissing her forehead. They hugged each other and enjoyed the rest of their night, heating up under a cold blanket. From that day onward, Sholape became submissive and respectful. She took a conscious approach to build her home, giving in all her heart into it just like her husband. Everything went smoothly in their home. Whenever they had little arguments, they never went to bed without settling it. They lived together amicably in love, and 2 months later, Sholape was confirmed 2 months pregnant. And after 7 months, she gave birth to a bouncing baby boy, and they lived happily thereafter. I hope you enjoyed this story. Thank you so much for being a part of this story by watching from part 1 to 2 and the final part, which is this part 3. Kindly leave a feedback in the comment section and tell us your favorite character in this story. Is it Sholape? Is it Seye or Bisola? I would really appreciate if you can drop a feedback in the comment section. Kindly subscribe for more interesting stories than this. Until we see in the next video. Bye.